In a quiet village, nestled between rolling hills and sun-baked fields, lived an old woman named Amma. She lived alone under a giant banyan tree, her hair silver like moonlight, her hands weathered by time, and her face a beautiful map of decades lived under the sun. But her eyes, they were as bright as morning stars, shining with a warmth that could melt away the deepest worries. Her smile never faded, not even on the hardest of days. Amma had outlived her husband and had no children of her own, yet she never considered herself lonely. Every afternoon, she'd sit under the banyan tree, offering hot chai, gentle wisdom, or simply a comforting silence to anyone who passed by. Life in the village wasn't easy. Farmers prayed for rain that rarely came. Carpenters often went days without a single job. Sickness would sweep through homes like a cold wind. Many people walked with heavy hearts, their eyes fixed on the ground, their voices hushed by the constant weight of worry. One evening, a young woman named Radha came to Uma, her face streaked with tears. "My husband left for the city to find work," she whispered, her voice trembling. "It's been months. There's been no letter, no money. My children are hungry. I'm so afraid he's forgotten us." Uma gently patted the ground beside her. "Sit, child. Tell me, what do you believe will happen?" Radha choked back a sob. I think everything will go wrong." Uma shook her head softly. "When we feed our minds with fear, fear is what grows. But when we feed them with hope, hope is what takes root." "But how?" Radha asked, her voice barely a whisper. "How can I think good thoughts when my stomach is empty and my heart is breaking?" Uma smiled. "Let me tell you a story." She spoke of a poor man sitting by a river, weeping because he believed he had nothing. An old woman found him and said, "You say you have nothing, but look, the river gives you water. The trees give you shade, the sun gives you light. You are not empty. You are just overlooking your blessings." The man listened. Uma continued, her voice calm and steady. He stopped counting his losses and started noticing what he still had. And slowly, through small acts of kindness, odd jobs, and a lighter heart, his life began to change. She looked at Radha. His fortune didn't shift because the world changed. It changed because he didn't. It all started with his thoughts. Radha sat in silence, listening to the wind rustle the banyan leaves above. "So, if I choose to believe good things can happen," she asked slowly, "will they?" "Not always right away," Uma said, "but you'll find a strength you didn't know you had. You'll see help where you once saw only hardship. And that, my dear, is how miracles begin." From that day on, Radha made a promise to herself. Every morning before the sun rose, she would whisper, "Today will be a good day." She cooked the little rice she had with care. She sang lullabies to her children. She tended a small garden behind her hut, and she waited not with fear, but with hope. 6 weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found steady work. Money was on its way. He hadn't forgotten them. He was coming home. Radha ran to Uma's tree, breathless with joy. The old woman simply nodded, her eyes twinkling. "You see? You didn't just wait for good things to happen, child. You made room for them with your thoughts." Word of Radha's story spread. Soon, farmers, weavers, and mothers came to sit under the banyan tree. They didn't come for solutions, but for a new perspective. Uma never promised them rain or riches. She only ever said, "You cannot control the storm, but you can choose to believe the sun will return." And in that shared belief, the entire village slowly began to heal. The moral here isn't about denying pain or pretending hardship doesn't exist. It's about refusing to let pain be the whole story. When we focus on what's still good, what's still possible, what's still beautiful, we don't just survive the tough times. We plant flowers in the cracks, because hope isn't magic. It's a choice, and the smallest spark of it can light up the darkest road home. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, consider subscribing for more.